So, Johnny, what's this about Google? Is it having a midlife crisis?
You've obviously been listening to The Economist as well, and their recent podcast, and they suggested the 21-year-old may indeed be having a midlife crisis, and they actually suggested that they listen to the advice that people give people going through a midlife crisis: slim down, focus on what you're good at. Google should focus on its advertising business model, because they claim that Google could be worth an incredible $100 billion more if they actually sold off some of their parts and just focused on its real sort of cash cow, eyes advertising. They think that YouTube incredibly could be worth more than Netflix, which is just phenomenal, because Netflix is currently capitalised about 200 billion. But if nothing else, selling off YouTube would help to increase online competition, and that could actually be very helpful as we see sort of trustbusters in the Fed looking at Google's potential monopolistic powers. So if we actually saw, Google doing that, maybe it would avoid the potential fate of Standard Oil, which in 1911 they were forced to break up into 30-odd different countries. Certainly the renowned author George Gilder, in his recent book Life After Google, believes that Google's best days are behind them. And they believe, what he's suggesting is, again, we enter a world of micropayments, whereby people are actually paid for their data as opposed to their data being used for the benefit of the likes of Google. Indeed, Google, if it actually sold off some of its subsidiaries, could afford to pay off its $14 billion of long-term debt, or do more sort of buybacks. Or maybe it could follow the lead set recently by a $1 billion NASDAQ business called MicroStrategy. And what they actually did was actually buy 250 million worth of Bitcoin, as they believe that as a store of value is better than holding just US dollars. But either way, is it sensible for Google to rely on its sort of advertising business? Or does it need to act like a grown-up conglomerate and stop being and caring about freewheeling and, the way it's carried on in the past? And maybe this is why it's beginning to look at financial services so seriously. And who knows, maybe we'll soon see a Google coin as a global payment method across its business and beyond.